You know, there's a moment when life hits you harder than you ever imagined. Everything you planned, everything you dreamed of, it all feels like it's slipping away. You try so hard to fix it, you try to fight back, but the weight just gets heavier each time. You wake up and the silence is louder than your prayers, and you wonder, where did I go wrong?
Now we understand Camidoh has been doing something very extraordinary, and we're here at the Laboma Beach to find him. We've been looking for him all around. I am Gideon Nicholas Day, and let's go find Camidoh. I think that's him. Camidoh!
Yo!
Oh, this is where you've been hiding.
Man,
We've
how
been
you
looking
doing?
for you all around.
Bro, I was in the studio, but I came out here to catch some vibe, you know what I mean?
Nice, that's so cool.
How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. So, is this where you usually sit, or?
I mean, it's random. It's pretty like random, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty random. Sometimes, anywhere that I find the calm, I find the inspiration, I just sit down there and just,
That's very interesting. But come down. and let's talk. I mean, the sea is a very calm place. I don't know how it transcends into your music production process. Like when you are thinking about lyrics, does that inspire any of the lyrics or anything?
People say it does, but sometimes like I am a beach person though, like naturally. I've never really like had lyrics from the sea, you know what I'm saying? But different people with how they get their inspiration, I just like, I like to sit here.
It's something new. You've been putting something together. It's songs, EP. You want to give us a hint, or when we go to the studio, we sit and we discuss all those?
That studio, I'll play some of the record.
I'm excited.
I'll just tell you about it. But yeah, I'm chill like that, man. I've literally been working on music all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I do.
After I spoke to him at the beach, with a little bit of convincing, Camidoh let us into his studio to find out what actually he's been up to.
Oh, this is nice. I like this. I was in for whole feel of it. This is very good. So this is where you cook all the magic?
Man,
most of it.
I mean, mostly I will cook in the house.
Okay.
Because I have a home studio, so
right.
I'll cook in the house. And when it's time to like do some mixes or working with like a foreign producer, anyone else like that is not part of like my inner team, I'll bring them here or the mountain.
Oh,
Yeah.
We went ahead to dive into how he makes his music in the studio, and listening to him, Camidoh is one artist that takes into consideration the emotions of the people around him.
Now let's talk about your music production process in general. Before Camidoh starts any song, how is it like?
It's just vibes, man. It's mostly how I feel, I make music mostly based on how I feel or how the people around me feel, because I believe I'm supposed to be the mouthpiece, to be able to transcend these feelings, your emotions to sound.
Do you write the lyrics?
Sometimes I used to write. When I began making music, like I used to write, but after some time it just became like a vibes thing. I perfected the act of like making music directly from my soul, so I would just like face the microphone and then start recording.
Like the rhyme scheme, everything is just on point, just by mistake.
Yeah, wow. I mean it's a whole like you would just do a melody or like a top line, come back, Yeah.
So I guess that's what this EP you did on it. So tell us about the title and then what the songs that are on the EP is like.
The title is TRUSTN GOD.
Trust in God.
Yeah, Trusting God.
Trusting
So
God.
it's like the process of like trusting.
Oh, okay. Where's this album from? I mean, from what parts of what place is it from?
Yeah, in January, early January, I think before my birthday, I was in the hospital, got detained for some time and then released. Then I started my camp. I wanted, basically 2024 was supposed to be a year for my album, so I brought like a bunch of creatives. We went to the other studio that was on the hill, and then we like tried to do touch-ups for the record.
The what you have already.
It's like we brought the choir, brought like a bunch of producers, just touch-ups, and finished everything. So the whole plan was for me to just like release my album
in 2024.
Do you know what I'm saying? And for some weird ass reason, I don't know what happened, but certain things just happened. Everything just started going south. All my plans started crushing, and You know, it really kind of like took a toll on me. I think it was same year that I lost my relationship. You know, so it's just a bunch of things that were happening, you know, so it's like I went back to zero. It's like in my mind I went back to zero because it's like this is how I planned everything to go, and then
everything just
went south. So that's really when I started to like get closer to God again. Not to say I've never been
never
close to
been,
God.
okay.
I've really been close to God, but just that when certain things happen in your life and you realize that, bro, like your strength is not really and truly enough to fix things for you the way you want them to be. And certain things are just above like the physical. You know what I'm saying? So that's when that's what inspired the title. And
Okay,
so basically these songs don't have anything to do with the album. It's there. The album is there. I decided to
Oh.
so it's like when I began this year, the end of 2024, December. I think November, December, that's when I started. I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a whole new like body of work, and I'm gonna do that, like put it out in 2025. So that's what this whole EP that I'm
EP is
working
about.
on. That's the birth of it. You know what I'm saying?
So we're gonna have the album anyway. Maybe.
Definitely, the album is gonna come, but I would have to still do some touch-ups to it. But that album is definitely gonna be album of the year worldwide.
So talking about the trust in God, it's from a place of maybe revelation, going back, looking at where you've been from, and then some of the challenges you faced,
Yeah.
and then going back. So tell us some of the titles of the song and how they relate to the things you went through.
The number one song, which is the intro, is called "TRUSTN GOD." While I was going through all the things that I was going through, I remember one time, like, I was coming back home. I'm normally like an evening person, like a night person, so I work in the night and all of that. So I think I was working in one of like the studios, and then I was coming back home around 4 a.m. And then I checked my phone. There was this woman that I met a long time ago who had sent me like a bunch of voice notes. So I decided to I'm like, oh yeah, let me play one of the voice notes. And everything I played over there was just talking everything I was going through. It's as if like God put it on her heart to send me like comforting words. So I actually had to like cut that and put
it
in there because it was saying exactly what I was going through, and you know, just like trying to like comfort me and just tell me everything was gonna be fine.
Maunenya ufwe nusia nulo fagbema e ayanta hagbra be ni wike hia mia bia ya nami na mi bia do ko machona ga ke makaka ejima ga de lepo legidepo at the right time anusia nu nyonyoga.
The number two is Many Many Things featuring Stoneboy. Shout out to my papa, Stoneboy.
They cannot stop my destiny. Nobody in my life.
Many, many things. That's also to say like the many things that kind of like be working against me. You know, many, many things. Like. Number three is They Know I'm Blessed. That is also saying that people that are around the industry, people that know me, they know that I have a peculiar talent. Like it's very different, you know, and they know. It's like people that see you, they know that you're blessed. Like. Number four is Ayiko. You know, Ayiko is basically like a local jargon.
Congratulations. I think
yes, big up type shit. You know what I'm saying? Number five is Low Key. Low Key were some big boys. You know, we you know, sometimes we like to like boast in our music. The Low Key was more about me trying to like, you know, boast in like stuff that I know I have and I've been able to do and all of that. And number six is Yorgos. It's more about my close friend when I was young. My close friend and I, we used to like just play around. He doesn't really talk too much, you know, and I lost him, and I never really got to mourn. You know, and sometimes I'm in a session and then I turn around thinking that, you know, my friend was down like, oh, what do you think? Because I would wish to ask somebody what they thought about this line. That's where that was coming from. And then the chorus says, if I'm talking to your ghost, let me know you hear me. Are you there, my friend? At least I'm not alone. That really just was me calling out to my friend like spirit. You know, I was calling out to his spirit and just hoping that he was hearing me. Not necessarily helping me with the song, but also like, I hope you hear me. Like, I hope you see all the things that I'm going through and I hope you're guiding me. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I believe in spirits. I believe in like the spirits of our forefathers, our siblings who we've lost, our friends, you know, guiding us and also protecting us. So yeah, that's when I'm calling out to say, I hope you're hearing me and you're seeing everything that I'm going through and, you know, you're guiding me. One time I was in my studio at dawn, and that's when I had a heavy hit. Like, it was so heavy on my heart because I just felt like I haven't made a song. It almost felt like it was my friend talking to me. It's like, I know you miss me, but you haven't really like spoken about our situation. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna use this opportunity to make a record that people could really use, you know, missing
Someone
their friends, their family, and yeah, that's it.
Let me know you hear me. Are you there, my friend? Whoa. If I'm talking to your goals, yeah.
The whole idea, even if you check out the press like photos that I did, I was underwater. The whole concept was to like, you know, be
like a rebirth.
It's not rebirth. It's more like being in a place that you're not meant to be. You know, like as human beings, our habitat is not underwater. You know, but it's like throughout all this thing that I was going through, God was still with me, so I was okay. More like Daniel in the lion's den. That's not your place, but it's like you're very fine. You know, that's basically what inspired me. So it's like everything is more about a journey of faith. You know,
The lyrics is quite heavy.
yeah.
And this is not the normal Camidoh songs that we get. We get a lot of Lover Boy, but this does not have any love story really in there.
Not really. No cat. Yeah, no laugh.
Yeah, because each of them has like challenge, maybe bigging you up and all of that.
Yeah.
Is that what you want this album to push?
That's what I said. Like, it's mainly to just talk about what I dealt with.
Okay.
That's what this. That's why it's just like if you hear "Trust in God," like that's what it's supposed to talk about. It's supposed to build your faith, resilience, and
Yeah, I mean, you said a number of things for Trust in God. You said the lowest moments can be the foundation of something
exactly
greater.
That's an inspiration I had. Like, that's what God said to me. Like, the lowest moments, it's like you think that everything had to, like, if you're gonna get another big moment, it has to like build up on a big moment. But sometimes you have to really go low, you know, to find like the platform for like a major thing again. So yeah, big things come from like small things.
So for one of the lyrics talked about Sugarcane, and at the time where for us maybe we thought it was a very good moment, but for you said it came with pain.
It came sweet, but it came with pain.
What were you dealing with? For us, we didn't know.
I mean, it's what people see. You know, it's mostly like in our lives as celebrities, like that's when we come out, we don't also show you some of the struggles. You know, we don't show you the BTS. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're seeing Sugarcane and it's all rosy and it's all beautiful and I'm traveling, but you don't know that the pain that, like, you know, is being felt.
Hi, my name is Sugarcane and they call me Chichu Blema. I'm the stylist behind this whole project. It was very, very amazing. You know, starting from preparations, the concept, and, you know, trying to understand, you know, what the image will talk or how people will actually see the image. So basically, this is why I'm here.
Camidoh seems to know exactly what he wanted, because going underwater is not something you would expect from an artist of his caliber.
My bro. Thank you. Boom. Yeah. Welcome, my bro.
Thank you very much. We've been looking forward to coming and having a conversation with you.
Yes,
Great to
man.
be here.
Yes, man. Always welcome, my bro.
Thank
What
you.
would you want to have?
Do you have some fruit juice? Can I get some fruit juice?
Sure, I'll get you one. Bless, man.
Fantastic. Let's start the conversation.
Yeah.
I'm going to start from you growing up.
Right.
I know a lot of people know that you're from the Volta region, but
Yeah.
tell us about where Camidoh grew up. Where was Camidoh born? And what year? Have you actually been told the story of your birth before?
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes these things are generic. You just know. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you don't even remember like having a conversation, but you just know. But yeah, basically, I was born in Aflao, you know, and but I wasn't like really. I didn't really grow up over there. It's like my mom got a job as a teacher in Ola Girls, so yeah, we kind of like moved there very very early, you know. So I kind of like grew up in Ola Girls campus, and it was
She
so
was a teacher there.
because she was a teacher
She had like a bungalow
type shit. Yeah.
So you talked about your mom right now.
Yeah.
How about your dad?
I didn't meet my dad. That's the thing. Like, I didn't get to meet my dad. Like, so I didn't even give a about it, to be honest. Like, I was more about like mommy's love, and I really just got everything I needed. So I don't know, for some weird ass reason, I never really like asked my mom, "Where's my dad?" All that question. I think when I grew up at some point, I had all of those questions, but I just felt like my mom wasn't in a position to be asked those questions. You know what I'm saying? It's like single mother just like doing everything, and you feel her pain. You kind of like see, so there's no point in like asking her those questions. I remember one time I asked her, "Mom, aren't you gonna build a house?" Because like all my friends' dads were like building houses, and I asked her, "Mom, aren't you gonna build a house?" She's like, "Hey, don't ask me that silly question again." Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you see all this I'm going through, so why are you asking me all this question? You know that all the money I make goes into your school, your siblings' school, so why are you asking me that question? And our parents can be super rude sometimes, but it's part of like the drill.
You feel the absence of a father figure, like, in terms of shaping you, disciplining you as a boy child?
I never really think I did that. I never felt that. Like, it was more about my friends, and also like the other teachers, the other male teachers who were like friends of my mom, colleagues and all of that. I think I had everything that I needed, bro.
So which high school did you attend, and how was the experience like?
I went to Bishop Herman, man. I'm a bobo. Yeah.
How was the experience like?
High school was such like, it gave me like the root part. You know what I'm saying? It gave me the root part of me. It's just like it's a place where it's a jungle. You know what I'm saying? Like, we love it like that. That's how we like it in the town. Do you understand? Like, it's a place where you go. I mean, my school, we had water issues. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes you're not bathing for like 4 days, 3 days, just because of water. At some point, when you come fresh, you feel like this is like, I can't do this. Oh my God, like, how can I be going through this? But when like after like a month or two, you see the essence of that training. It's like, you know, it's kind of like it trains you to just be ready for the hardship that you may meet in the world. You know what I'm trying to say? So sometimes like you're broke and you have to feed off like your friend's chop box and all of that. You know the drill already. So yeah, that was like nothing farther away from like the general SHS like training and, you know, drill.
Were you a good
Yeah.
student?
I was a good student, but then they saw me like a mass boy, 10 rascal. Why? Because I developed love for like music. That's when really and truly like my
Music.
yes, the inspiration for music really set in, and then, you know, I became like Ghanaian Akon, and so it's like I was a mass servant, and then I switched to become that. You can imagine at some point they had to really like kick me out of the mass servants because I was singing, because that record was not like, you know, a Catholic record, or it was not like a Christian music. So it's like, yeah, we can't take this, you know.
You
So
singing at entertainment or like on campus?
yeah. I used to perform like doing entertainments. Like, I used to perform, and I had this guy who was also like a singer. So I met him one time in his dormitory, and he was singing, and that's when we became like, we teamed up to become a group, you know. And during vacation, we went back home, and we all luckily, like, fortunately lived around the same hood, which is Hope. So it's like when we came back home for vacation, we met his other guys, two other guys, Breezy and DG, and he was KD and I was Fingers at that time. So we became like a group, you know, and we called the group Bells. That's really where, like, you know, yeah, started from.
You guys recorded some songs.
Bunch of songs.
Oh, so what happened to the group?
Man, at some point, one guy like dropped off. He said, you know what, let me be behind and be the manager. That's DG. Then it was three of us. Then you know, may his soul rest in peace. We lost Breezy, you know, so it became just KD and myself, you know. Yeah, that's why we went.
This was in high school, after high school.
High school, like, so music professionally began for me in 2008. I was in high school, like SHS1, and then we went back home and then we found a studio who had everything set up. It was called Mickey Michael Studios. So we signed on to him and we started making music professionally. So like during vacation, we would perform at like festivals, carnivals, all of that, and we brought back home some money. Yeah.
Then what was your plan? Do you think like was a strict plan to be a big artist?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like from that time, I kind of like knew what I wanted to be. I wanted to be like, we were looking up to NDAPs. There's a group in the UK called NDAPs. It's two guys, I guess, and one female. So we were just looking up to them and we would like write our records to like match their standard. And yeah, looking forward to like performing in Accra and eventually getting into the world. You know what I'm saying?
Did your parents support this line that you were moving then? Because I know at that time maybe singing might look like rascal or being.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. Like his mom, my friend's mom, would always kick against it. She's like she doesn't like the idea of the fact that we are staying at home when school reopens for like a month plus, or like maybe 3 weeks before we go to school in the name of like we're recording and. So, and my mom also kicked against it. At some point, my mom was crying. Wow. Yeah. My mom was crying because I wouldn't go to school because it's like, I go to the studio and then I come back home at 5. You can't let your son travel at 5 p.m. all the way from Ho to like Bando where Bishop Herman was. So it's like the next day, I'm like, Mom, I'm going the next day. The next day, she goes to class and she's like, okay, when I come back at 12, you're ready. And at 12, I'm in the studio. She's calling me and I'm not picking up. So it's like, I come back home at 5. I'm like, Mom, this song I recorded today was so, like, I was so into it. So it's like, that's what was happening. And I was just like postponing. At some point, she was crying because she thought I was actually not going to go. Do you know what I'm saying? So other teachers had to come in and speak to me.
You eventually completed senior high school?
Eventually. I told my mom I wanted to chase music. And I said I wanted to make music for a year. If I don't blow, then I'll go to uni. Because I had some funny story like that of an artist. So I said I was also gonna like replicate. So I did the same thing and I didn't even see the light, bro. The whole of 2018 was a year of like covers. I was just doing covers and recording new music every day. Producing it myself in my studio with a laptop that my mom had given to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing that in my ghetto. And then somewhere, August, September, I made For My Lover. Okay. Yeah, the record that features Darko Vibe.
Yeah.
I made that record in my room and met up with a couple of my friends and they said, this record is amazing. Let's go visit. Because people always had the perception that if you were going to go mainstream or like about to drop a song, you needed to like get an advice from a mainstream artist. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we went to visit Payday. And that's where we had the opportunity to feature Darko Vibes. Because that was his prodigy, as like something like that. So, and the rest was history, man. That was my big break.
I mean, Sugarcane would be the bigger break. I mean, everybody else supposed to Camidoh. What was your state of mind when you were putting Sugarcane together as well?
Sugarcane, I was f***ing depressed. Yeah, I was going through it, man. Like, because I was putting out records and I was just getting average support. I was getting average like feedback. I felt like, bro, like I was doing it. And people would tell me, bro, if you were in Nigeria, you would have been like, top there, It
was getting to you.
It was fucking getting to me, man. I made Maria. At that time, I just put out Dance With You with Kwesiata. You know what I'm saying? And I was still like very super average. I was like, nah, this is not what I wanted. So it was funny thing is, shout outs to OB. Like he called me and said Patoranki was in Ghana if I wanted to just be in a session with him. So yeah. I came there. So he put me in a room and then I met like a bunch of producers. That's how I met Phantom. And the next day I went to Phantom's apartment and then we made Sugarcane, just like I make every other record.
Yeah. What plans do you have for the EP?
I mean, I just wanted mostly to like inspire people. I wanted mostly to inspire people who are going through like a dark phase to know that there's definitely hope, and light at the end of the tunnel. Basically, trust God throughout all the low moments and everything is gonna be light.
After the EP, TRUSTN GOD, what next?
I guess I'm just gonna like go back to the album plan, You know, I'm just gonna go back to the album plan, do like a lot of singles and the album, and then go on tour. Yeah.
What do you want people to remember Camidoh for?
I want people to remember me for being super authentic and also like being able to being able to carry their emotions. It's like anything you're feeling, I want to be able to make music about what you're feeling so it connects like actual stuff that you're feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? So like I'm just a carrier and also heal people through my music. My name is Raphael and it means medicine of God. So that's mainly what I'm about. I just want to help people. I just want to like heal people. Anything that helps people, drags people out of like, you know, pit or whatever it is that they're going through. I just want to be able to like do that.
It's been great having you, Camidoh. We enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you, my bro. Thank you. You should come back, man. Let's go take a ride with the cars in the night. You know what I'm saying? Have some fun. One love, my bro.